You think as a businessman, just underline that word terrorist. Away from that, if you're the president, not be friendly with investors, they levy taxes heavily on investors. One of the oldest company in Sierra Leone, cold storage, therefore closed down because of them taxes. Then Ghana, a friendly country, Guinea, so embarrassing. When they go buy something, create and truck na Guinea comes Sierra Leone. Waiting embarrassing it just. We are not business friendly to the investors. So businessmen not go tire because of the approach of the president and the government. Sarah, may God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. This morning at the studios, we did talk about unemployment between the APC and the SLPP. Who that gets a better plan for close the gap of unemployment in the country. Good morning, in name and Usa you call from.
Yeah, Lawrence from IMAC.
Okay, please go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, SLPP not going to challenge Africanist press in program because now all of lies, you understand. Member that I know that there's no way we will entertain like man, you understand. We can't to brother when they talk about let me see President Kurma do this, you do this for you, this man there. Where the youth farm, where the youth village, where they kill youth then at Kamala for, you understand. Where the youth programs where they left, where they say what I will come say, they don't put them. You talk about let me say even teaching good service, where they say at that time the easiest area where young man they just come on at in the college they will take may carry by level change goes then until he left office and after. This government don't plenty nurses, plenty teachers, plenty police officers, plenty military officers, you understand, and a host of others. Look at the sport, you understand, for the first time in history, you understand, after almost 8 years, so they don't play sport. We don't even get the female Premier League. You know what that takes? Also, Mogomas Faruta, when they win the female Premier League, you know the importance where they don't quit now they like. Look at the asking from Kabia. Now he's an international footballer, you understand. What you get for you? But make this man make them know what you call. When I don't take money there, when I don't take money pass, when they go take money they say by Mahmoud in pillowcase or in mattresses, what they will take call. You people are not serious, you understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. Good morning, in name and Usa you call from.
Good morning. Did talk to Ali Dumbuya na the east part of it?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
No need for cause political party. They're not serious. I think I want to ask. But however, I think say this is not the worst time this was Sierra Leoneans them. And unhappy nation. One, we get security threats. Even the global index don't tell we done day. We get a lot of things that we make Sierra Leoneans they're not happy because of corruption. We get even government officials them we don't can openly like the bank governor and bribe $68 million. Even the new money where they print we not again no bank under this administration because of corruptive administration who gets or executives them. They say even 800 billion just done missing today. The new money self not the APC the money where them be say not to better not to this nine we still they use now 9 days now we missed. But however, Sierra Leone and one for go judge President Bill as people they claim say na the best president, na the best government, but then they pay punishment today, strangeness in the looks of economic rotten economy, and this is not the most rotten economy. And let make no mistake about that. If the African is pressed, they not recognize them, but for the fact that he bring out some issues them were very very important. Even BBC, when are the biggest media, it take up that issue. They want for see whether they challenge that, whether they say not to. It don't bring out a lot of things them. We I think say we as a Sierra Leone being a moral guarantor for help them and support say this brother or this institution, they do the right thing for save Mama Sierra Leone. Because now the most corrupt administration Salon don't ever inherit. Today the APC the way they be saying they corrupt the Tofo Alpha Kande and then they help this government so back for destroy this country.
You.
But all they claim say they corrupt.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll take one more call and then I could come to now for comments. Good morning, in name and Usa you call from.
Yeah, na concern citizen brother.
Okay.
As the citizen brother, the beginning time of all this government, the corrupt government, about 45 billion and expect from APC government to. Some money where there is no money. And it's a corruption. This this when they care for something, it's another in place where not good for finance or whatever. The APC, I know one for them that they in this country. Then they call them in the court in Mama, and they attack authority and they attack security. How does this say that place they will start? Everything in there, if I want to just get free and do whatever what they want. Everything I want to do is start. This is the problem. I don't put that problem in this country.
Okay, thank you very much. We don't listen to the callers' them view, but I think in all of which something very significant come up. We know the aspect of public-private partnership. We know something as well we be one for comments on for create employment generally. I would start with Abdul commenting on some of the points them or questions with the callers them raise, and of course this aspect of public-private partnership within the APC get in store. How una want for doing better?
Again, I say maybe sometimes I say in a hurry, but this time make I say in a very systematic way.
Okay.
The APC intend for open up public-private partnership, and the only way that framework can get itself running is when you create the enabling environment, i.e., relative peace, good governance, and making the country, the investors have confidence in the country, not as political volatile as the country is. And so therefore, for make the private businessman, the private bourgeois, get the confidence for come and invest in money in this country, again for get the assurance indeed, where I am taking my money to is a place that is peaceful. That is a place where I am sure that come government or not, government has no bearing in private partnership. Government comes and goes and everything continues. Same for that one will be on paper and it will never come to pass as it has happened in the SLPP. See what's happened. The caller says, because of poor public-private partnership or the bad governance, the endemic corruption of the SLPP, they are not able to maintain cold storage. They have to wrap up. The country is not investor friendly. So how can the private sector boom in such an environment? No, Mr. Moderator, it will not happen. The policy say SLPP don't improve teachers then so much that in fact the teaching conditions of teachers now better than any other time. If this is only how SLPP they improve teachers, for take them a cotton tree and name and shame them and put their family names to disrepute, then the APC will deny itself that it will never do that. It is during the realms of the APC we get teacher the money from 600,000 to 1 million plus. You teachers, we did that. It is during the APC time we give teachers a dignified way of earning their income. Give them respect. But when the SLPP come, what did they do? The one way they teach past teachers, they sit on our offices with ACs. Allegation, where the only competent body for prove you guilty or not is the court. They take the narcotic tree, they name and shame them. That's bad. But if people are settled for that, the APC will deny itself, will never go that way.
Okay.
We'll go to the next point. He said this government not get any paper or thief money. There's no government that is as corrupt. Before this time, the SLPP's friendly paper was the Africanist Press. You are in this country. The SLPP, anytime women they go 2018, the first report card is the Africanist Press. Today, Africanist Press is not the enemy. The challenge is, if there is anything that the Africanist Press has published that you know it is not correct, challenge it. The Africanist Press, they first challenge corruption at the office of the First Lady. They first challenge corruption at the office of the President. They first challenge corruption at the office of the Vice President. When the Auditor General came, he equally anchored on the same. It was clear in the Auditor General's report. The Africanist Press, they first anchor of corruption of President, per diem, overseas travels and so forth and so on. Exorbitant expenditures. 30 days of able to challenge one. So the point is, if you think he's not correct, challenge him. And the man is saying, I am willing and ready. If you know that this information I'm giving out to the public is not credible, challenge it.
Okay.
But today, SLPP the worst enemy in Africanist Press. But however, what I'm trying to say here is this. Back to your question, and for me to give it a very simplistic approach. The APC is always ready to making sure that Sierra Leone is made investor friendly.
Okay.
And so therefore, Mr. Fofana, the only way you can make this country, you can transform this country and make the young people from the universities get themselves engaged in working is when you open up the private sector.
Okay.
You allow investors to come and you make the situation friendly for them.
Okay, thank
Have
you.
confidence in your country that devoid politics has nothing to do in the private sector.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I will
I
come
want
to
to tell-
you, Honorable. Similar, the
Yes.
comments of the viewers and of
I want
course
to tell
on public-private partnership.
the callers and plenty thank you. At least they will appreciate we effort now this particular morning. And my brother, before the caller them they come in, make reference to Makeni Tumbu. Sometimes he always tell and say in a lawyer and for get the ability for no better, because the constitution in section 16 don't talk when then situation then they happen, because the constitution make it very clear in section 16 that your right to life ceases to exist, one, in your attempt to escape from prison, two, in an act of causing a mayhem that will disturb the peace of a state. But let me go read them better so that you understand. And then the next caller talk about the aspect of cold storage dying down. One thing why go the caller person we call no. Me we do, for instance, logistics, supply chain and transport management. I get what we call rebranding. Because me work Celtel. When Celtel they see the emergency situation, we move to Zen. When the emergency situation come, we move to Airtel. When the emergency situation come, we move to Orange. Now waiting at the try for tell you, cold storage be the go into bottling system. And people and customers, we are getting tired of running after bottles in marriages, picnics, carnivals, just because they want to return bottles back to cold storage. New people and begin come with rubber. When you buy them, you no longer get any challenge for begin go shots for them. So waiting they happen. The value of the cold storage bottle begin depreciate. Not because the government put tax on them or whatever. They're not able to rebrand. I was telling them, if I was their marketing manager, one thing I be the thing said if I don't do, now how them back for see they begin go into rubber system so that they go to match up with the emerging modern trend of cold drinks or whatever sector. Now, the other caller be they talk about the 8 billion missing. I know, like what they say, it's better let people and follow what to call the free and quality education. Because the words of the bank governor then said, 800 billion has been withdrawn from the bank. What if they try for say the desire, the quest for let people and get new money, waiting be the happen, them they count the old money so fast that between the first introduction of the new currency, then be able to draw over 800 billion going out of the banking system. That don't mean say the money be done lost. Then the other caller be they say president say na terrorism. Yes, I can also quote the line of the president. He says what? Those who perpetuated the August 10 is an act of terrorism. What did they try for say? The action of you taking sticks, taking machete, destroying the lives of that person where they don't employ for manual security, you they put them to death, is tantamount to an act of terrorism. The president, that is the correct word. So, like what you they try for say, now make as a government, waiting we they try for do, now we new aspect we don't try for talk about. One, we say we want design special program for create job opportunities for them one the way they left school. And at the same time, we they establish a database where we able to track all the one the way they graduate so that we go know exactly how many people are coming into the market and how we go filter them into the job opportunities of this country. And at the same time, we say waiting, we will establish a youth opportunity centers. And then we provide access to capital. You know, say, for you start a business, we need a capital. Now, the only government is where COVID-19 can affect the people. We give free money to the people in the market. Free money, 1.3. Will not ever happen in the history of this
But,
state.
I mean, considering the emerging economic situation, 1.3.
Yes, but the fact remains, something will not ever happen, they happen. Now, a plus in the right direction.
Fair enough.
Like what they say, low assume, say, you they begin buy bundle water. If you buy bundle water with 1 million, for instance, you get over how many bundle water? If you go sell, believe you me, your plus is going to multiply. Now that we try for do as a government, because we know the only cushion. Like before this time, I made mention of the hotel tourism and other thing that will cushion with money. We also come to the grassroots, the market sellers, the pepper sellers. We give them kind of money then because we know say if you go buy one bag pepper, we be there around 800,000. Where you can sell it, you go don't raise something out of that 1.3 what they give. Now that's what they call committed government. This is not about policy any longer. Okay. It's not about words of mouth any longer. This is about talk and do, and we are saying it and we are doing it. Now
okay.
that will
thank you very much,
for the people of this country.
Thank you, Honorable. Waiting, I go want for do. I go want for give each of una 60 seconds just for round off the entire point. Una don't talk about how una hope for better the employment situation now the country. Waiting, you feel say una can do better and. In 60 seconds, give Sierra Leonean reason or reasons why you feel say una party stands.
The APC.
Yes, the All People's Congress stand in a better
only
position.
Party that is better than the SLPP, the worst form of the APC.
So you're starting now. I'm starting your time now.
The best of the SLPP is like when you say the average of the APC, and the worst of the APC is the best of the SLPP. However, to the people out there, our esteemed listeners, it is only with the APC we will come again to enjoy the Sierra Leone we all want. It's only with the APC that we'll see relative peace. It's only with the APC that the young people of this country will realize that indeed they are equally meaningful into governance. It's only with the APC that will design, will formulate framework to make sure that we absorb the young, energetic working force into the economic vitalization of this country. It is only with the APC that indeed you guys, you see again the National Youth Service Scheme working to its maximum, the National Youth Commission, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the youth in fisheries, the youth in drainage, the youth farm, the youth, all different things.
Thank you very much.
You see that happening again.
Over to you, Honorable. Why you think the Sierra Leone People's Party stand in a better position in terms of solving unemployment problem in the nation?
People of Sierra Leone, this is not the voice of Honorable where are they taken from a president. Una don't entrust this country in the hands of the Sierra Leone People's Party. And I believe say na a party we responsible for cleaning house where your house dirty. Na a party we responsible for give you per mind and you plus us where you plus us not get per mind. Na a party we responsible for give you shades where the sun hot. And therefore, in as much as una be don't trust in this government, we the advice we brother them, let them continue for be a constructive critic rather than violent critic. Before this time, una no say una call the SLPP more opposition. Not because we be one quiet, but because we be do constructive criticism. And therefore, the president they call una say, we don't open the house of the anti-corruption because we want to see the commitment in the fight against corruption very active. We don't do things and for una we make una call we talk and do. We now over 90 township don't be electrified in the rural areas. Now what do we want to do? We want to repatriate una into the rural areas where you go to take your television now go. You take any electrical appliances go to your village and at the same time you get football field within near you for watch your game and enjoy your television. Thank you very much.
Now the epic morning show where they come to you live on channel 99 on 99.3 FM, and we also the live on Slick TV channel 37. Me guest them this morning. Now Honorable Abdul Munuri Lansana, when I member of the Sierra Leone People's Party Communication Outreach, and Abdul Karim Kamara, when I member of the APC Publicity Committee. And this morning at the studios we talk about unemployment, how them feel say them party manifestos go better solve the situation or the problem of unemployment. No go any side as we'll be right back.
So because you get X, me get techno. Respect no day again. Chicken don't come, don't take over. We know they eat for again. Money man they don't boku, no care for the poor one again. Yeah, for say all the money we dey na the world. Make I know how to sote, I know able for make me own. Yeah, all the money we dey na salon. Make you know how to sote, you not able forget you. But with the tower, every day, tower, for make we make a move. With the tower, every day, for make we two-tone fool. With the tower, every day, tower, for make we make a move. With the tower, every day, tower. With the tower, oh, them diaspora, with the tower, oh, them a keep too much with the tower, oh. Willy, by the tower, oh, tower, oh, with the tower, oh, tower, oh, with the tower, oh. They walk on the man with the tower, oh. They want to go school with the tower, oh. With the tower, every day, tower, for make we make a move. With the tower, every day, for make we two-tone fool. With the tower, every day, tower, for make we make a move. With the tower, every day,
Girl, I cool thing. Yes, I know say them born me pan po, oh, oh. But that no mean say I for die pan po, oh, oh. Who say they lock the money, I want open the door, oh, oh. I want to make me pockets swell like that guy in a bow, oh, oh. I'm a legal hustler, just like a karanke. I they eat me their guess, mix am with masanke. I must make this money before they wrap me in a casanke. And I tell them myself care for bluff, I go make Calvante.
with the tower, every day, tower. For make we make a move with the tower every day. For make we two turn four with the tower every day. Tower. For make we make a move with the tower every day. Tower.
All my one come first, nobody no one come last. If not hard work, I swear to God, if gonna go come last. Now ya so that public tweet, then call and samba jackass. Slave queen na risto, but still they sleep na grass mattress. Still they not attack on the wits for make bone. Still they pile from Aberdeen to Upton. Turn packet water inside to thick. You see water na bottle say na music. Real Batman it needs to play the music.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Sports Updates this Wednesday morning with me, Mohammed Tobikagbo. Inside Sports Update this Wednesday morning, the president of the Skalon Football Association, Thomas Daddy Brima, don't clock 2 years in office. I go for the performance of Thomas Daddy Brima. Somebody will vow for unify the footballing family, and now don't clock 2 years in office. Something to look at in the program this morning at 11. The Minister of Sport, Ibrahim Yelenke, very much confident and optimistic that Leon Stars will qualify to the next Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast as the country set to play against Nigeria away from home inside Liberia on the 18th of June 2023. And one of Sierra Leone international, we're now an academy coach and of course in ambassador for Eastern Lions Football Club, Didier Abu, set for establish a female football club now the country will cater within the age of 10 to 15 years as they cater for 50 young female players in order for catch them when they're young and for elevate or improve the standard of women's football. Still inside Sports Updates this morning, International International Samuel Chukwueze don't win the Best African Footballer of the Year inside La Liga. This is a special award where La Liga can give in recognition of African players as Samuel Chukwueze win the award for 2022 and 2023 league season. And Alexis Sanchez, the former Manchester United and Arsenal player, don't be named Marcel Player of the Season inside in fourth season with the French club. We see the performance of Alexis Sanchez in fourth season, scoring over 15 goals in his first appearance in the French League 1. And finally, join me at 11 a.m. this morning as we go discuss deeply into John Kister in final in provincial squad for play against Nigeria as the home base team go depart the shores of Freetown and head to Bo for other training camps. So join me and Benjamin Dondem Cisse, the former Leon Stars player, as we go look at the list of John Kister. My name is Mohammed Tobika. We say goodbye for now. Until then, join me at 11 a.m. We'll look into all this what I outlined this morning in the program.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Epic Entertainment Buzz. My name is Audra and inside the ENT this morning, know how we can start. We start first with international and waiting to happen at the world entertainment wise, and then we come to local. A lot has been happening, but for this morning, we take few. First of all, we see say Whiskey the Made in Lagos album. Don't go back now world Billboard album charts this week after I left the chart some weeks ago, and it don't become one of the longest songs them inside the chart for the week. And on the side of Portable, we don't see say Portable on the trend for the past 24 hours as it don't welcome in fifth child from in second wave. Congratulations pour all over for Portable as this big news don't they reach social media and in fans them. Now to Ara Star and Omale don't join Whiskey on the track list for the highly anticipated song winner Spider-Man will come out on the 2nd of July. Fans have been waiting for that, and we self-one for see waiting for happen on the 2nd of July. The song Wake for Come Inside. And to what they happen now in local entertainment industry, we see say Melo 7 and Dito Freaky they about for release a song where they call Balenciaga Love, where they come out on all social media platforms according to them very very soon. So fans them are waiting for that particular song day. And we see say model when a Naomi Kedo reveal in luxury home where it don't pull on social media as they get for deal with home accessories and all of things that we get for do with woman and all then change and in a way you know so you can able do. So now all this I get for you this morning. Join me at 4 p.m. for more entertainment details. My name na Audra.
You can save. Do ya watch me shop for me quick and go pay me business license?
You still take for this long waka pass it come out here boom for go pay your business license. You don't know say you can pay your business license through Orange Money. It's so easy.
For true? Tell me more about this.
Better way don't come back to Orange Money. Orange Money don't give you easy way for pay your business license. All you get for do na for dial #144# and press send. Select 3, make payment and press send. Select 5, City Council and press send. Select 3 for Bo City Council. Select 4 for Kenema City Council. Select 5 for Koidu New Sembe City Council and press send. Select 2 business license and press send. Enter amount and press OK. Enter business identification number and press OK. Enter business name and press OK. Confirm your amount and business identification number. Enter your PIN and confirm your payment.
Orange.
That property tax payments, it don't pass so, and I really need for paying today. But I get important meeting back for Kango, and me are confused right now, man, no lie. How I go able to pay this property tax today?
Honey, why you dey worry yourself? You don't know say you can pay for property tax to Orange Money?
For school? Tell me more.
Better way don't come back to Orange Money. Orange Money give you easy way for pay you business license. All you get for do now, dial #144# and press send. Select 3, make payment and press send. Select 5, City Council and press send. Select 3 for Bo City Council. Select 4 for Kenema City Council. Select 5 for Koidu New Sembe City Council and press send. Select 1 for property tax and press send. Enter amount and press OK. Enter property number and press OK. Enter first name and press OK. Enter second name and press OK. Confirm amount and property number. Enter your PIN and confirm your payment.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press.
Okay, welcome back. The program where you listen to na the Epic Morning Show, and this na time for paper reviews. With me here, I get Awareness Times and headlines. With two key international endorsements and votes of confidence, Madabiu and SLPP smile into June 24. And UNFPA supports PCMH and USL teaching hospitals with vital medical equipment.
Good morning, listeners and viewers. The very first newspaper will get with me this morning at the Concord Times newspaper, where the banner headline they read say, after 52 years, Sierra Leone returns to the UN Security Council / urges judiciary to take action against attackers of journalists. IMF approve over $20 million to government of Sierra Leone, gentle promises to fix Freetown. All this day on the Concord Times newspaper this morning.
And here on the Satellite newspaper, as donors repose more confidence in President Bio's new direction government, IMF dishes out $20.8 million to Salone. And President Bio opens ACC's new building. And as non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, another monumental achievement for Sierra Leoneans.
The next newspaper with me this morning, the exclusive newspaper where the banner headline they read say Bio fails, Samoa Kamara tells Makeni people, Moyamba District assures Madabio, APC heads to Supreme Court. Now all this day on the exclusive newspaper this morning.
And here on the Global Times newspaper, vote of confidence, IMF disburses $20.8 million to Bio government. And under President Bio's leadership, Sierra Leone wins UN Security Council seat. Teacher and two others remanded.
All right. The final newspaper with me this morning at the A to Z newspaper, where the banner headline they read say, trust the process. President Bio takes Sierra Leone to the UN Security Council less than 3 weeks to election. IMF endorses President Bio next government with $20 million IMO to approve Sierra Leone for legislative review. Now all this day on the banner headline of the A to Z newspaper this morning.
And here on the Aoko newspaper, herbalist confesses killing FBC lecturer for 400 million leones. And man arrested with pistol and mask. President Bio hails UN vote as general accomplishment, and alleged fraudster poses at as lecturer at Jala University defrauds students of 13 million. These are all the headlines on Aoko newspaper. So now we get on the line the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Wina Mamadi Gobe Kamara. As we know, yesterday, Sierra Leone be finally able to clinch the seat as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. Good morning, Mamadi.
Thank you for me.
Yes, you go on for tell Fambul them. What in this mean generally? Sierra Leone being as sitting as the non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. What in this mean for Salone?
Well, this is a very remarkable development. Sierra Leone, it's success. It's very huge. It's a mark of confidence and respect.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think we get some problems with the call. However, we could try for get on to again. And if possible, I'm sure we'll get her to talk to us this morning about Sierra Leone sitting at the non-permanent member category of the UN Security Council. However, for now, still on this UN Security Council thing, Vandi, at a time like this, Sierra Leone, a small country in West Africa, being the one really represent West Africa and the UN non-permanent member category of the Security Council. Okay, I think now we get Mamadi Gobe Kamara back on the line. Hello.
Yes, hello, good morning again.
Yes, good morning again. Yes, so you be to talk about what in this mean for Sierra Leoneans.
So, this is very great news for Sierra Leone. The mark of confidence, respect, international community.
Oh, unfortunately, the line really bad. We not get you at all. Now the studios, now yeah. Yeah, we go still try for get on to Mamadi Gobe Kamara for make the line better. But for now, Vandy, over to you.
It's not one way somebody go say it's a lot of venture because if you see Salon since 1971 we left that position there, I go say from then 10 and day with their Salon don't able to get a seat. And we know it in this mean because it's not cry of African countries them. We done the call for let them get a representative, get a seat and all. And a fortunate that Salon for be that country the way they among the people and we get a seat. And we know say this now one major factor we and somebody can say it's a milestone where Salon don't step out where we don't able get. And it not just come just like that. It come as a way of voting where people been vote. We've been get 188 out of 192.
Okay. Good morning again, Mamadi Gobe.
Good morning.
Okay, I think it's very better now. So you be the comment on Sierra Leone being as a non-permanent member of the UN General Security Council. What does this mean for Sierra Leone?
This means that Sierra Leone, the family on the global stage. I mean, this means, say, Sierra Leone gets a lot of confidence and respect from the international community because remember, like I say, after a long time, the last time Salome on this particular situ Salome occupied since 1971. It's now over 50 years now. So, for now, we don't assume that they continue to emphasize the confidence. You know, we Salon don't get the respect we Salon don't get, you know, on the international scene. Before we can at this particular space, because again, the journey not just starts and happen overnight. Sierra Leone don't hold very strategic position at different platforms internationally. As you already know, Sierra Leone are the coordinator for the president and the chair of the APRM under the African Union, the president and the co-chair for the Transform Education platform. So a host of other big platform than they way Salon to occupy. Of course, that abroad. This situation here, so we talk about today, you know, bring out a confidence that the West African region would be interested, you know, for be a part, for take part at this election. But at a point, they all agree, say, you know, let we put Sierra Leone forward. So in other words, Sierra Leone will get the endorsement of the of the African Union are the only candidates where the African Union back and support, and of course we get member states coming and support because of the leadership role with Salon they play in various forums. Them, you know, Sierra Leone now with their family at the global stage, His Excellency the President, we've been take over the leadership part of the thing we've been committed for doing a manifesto that for change the narrative of Sierra Leone abroad because in some places and the way you mentioned Sierra Leone. It's where they can't mind now, you know, Salon will be no fet war, Salon will be Ebola country, Salon will be country will be affected by mudslide and a host of other things, negative vices. So when the presidents come, part of his agenda and for go out there and change the narrative, do the necessary engagement, and at then they don't culminate so with this so now we Salon don't get a seat by the Security Council. You can see say, you know, as part of that respect, out of 192 people that will vote, Sierra Leone gets 188 votes. So that in itself is not a small thing.
Okay, indeed. Just briefly, and finally, of course, now, waiting at some of the things them we Sierra Leone get for they do as a non-permanent member representing the West Africa bloc, now the Security Council of the UN.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sierra Leone. We get as we priorities them, you know, what we go for the position for this seat. We been get 7 areas that we look at with priority areas. Number one, get for the partnership and representation to maintain peace and security. For model UN operations to model UN peacekeeping, maintaining peace, human rights, you know, women and youth issues, terrorism and threats to peace. You know, some things we're going for with small arms and also the reform of the Security Council. But one thing I want to make family know now that, you know, most of the things that we focus on, or most of the things that we don't do as a country. For example, when it comes to peace building and peacekeeping experience, Sierra Leone is a successful case, of within people with man called post-war state building and state reconstruction. Because we, like country where we don't go through war, we don't come out of the war, we don't get peace, and the peace we don't maintain them over the years. So we have a unique story for tell, a unique experience for share, on a platform like the Security Council. Because when it comes to peace building and peacekeeping, that's what we're very central to the UN Security Council. So we get this experience here too, which we have a situation back home. Musa will get a war, but we transition from war to peace, and the peace is sustained to the point that we get people already come out and this is the country them for learn from we experience how have we been able to keep and maintain peace.
Okay.
Of course, when we talk about religious tolerance, again, this is a Thailand situation. The experience is just beautiful. We're going to place the open and they ask me, because again, remember, say religious intolerance are some of the triggers and then in the way to spark conflict. So we got all that story there. So for Telekapa with human rights, maintaining peace, human rights and accountability. Of course, we'll talk about the abolition of the death penalty get for those people and human rights. The repeal of the criminal libel law get for those people and human rights. If you talk about accountability, look at anti-corruption and all of the things that we don't know happen over the years, for ensure say accountability is very firmly rooted in all of which we do as a country.
Okay.
Of course, to women, women, okay, let's just talk about this one quickly. Women issues, of course, are very central, in the government agenda. We don't see right now we talk about 30% representation for women, so all of those things I think were very central to the UN, and these are stories that we intend to really crystallize as we continue with engagement for the region, like the Security Council.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us, and once again, congratulations. I mean, now Nana be the face
so
of
these are
it.
just some of the, because of time, I guess,
Yeah.
Madam Hotel will just wrap the interview now.
Yes, sure.
But these are just some of the things then, but there's a whole lot again where we get for bring to the table.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Inimna Mamadi Gobe Kamara, we are the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, and this morning he talk to we about the seat where Sierra Leone win yesterday. I mean, they were voted in and overwhelmingly at that now the non-permanent member category of the United Nation. Yes, Van, you be the say something on just before.
Yes, just like they say, this now history making because for over 50 years we Salono be part of this seat and Salono be the only in African countries and this now cry way African countries themselves been on the cry for see how best we can get representation and then different spheres them for get a seat. And as well yesterday, as I mentioned, there was a voting we been vote yesterday and get 188 out of 192. We mean say I go say the vast majority was a landslide move for vote there for Salon for able to get and Salon and Algeria as well able to get them. And this now bid way been done day before the fet how it will come inside. But overall, this now victory for every Sierra Leonean because we know within this main way, Salon not the only country in West Africa, another not the only country in Africa. So for less Salon, they part of this, we mean say it get for do with a leadership. Like we just listen from the deputy minister and don't make that point there as well. And means say we get peace, means say we get freedom, means say a lot of things them put into consideration for observe this. They talk about the freedom of speech, they talk about the libel law, they mention all that thing. And so these are some of the metrics them way international committee put together and what say, oh, Salon is capable now for the part of this and Salon go able for one to this, which is very good. Like I say, in the ministry now win, but the country as a whole now we win. So I feel say it's a very good venture and we continue for look more of them kind of thing here because some people will they move out of the country and no certain thing they are all they connect with.
Okay, now on the line on another issue. IMF dishes out $20.8 million to Salon. Now on the line we get Ahmed Sise, we're now the head of media and public relations, now the Ministry of Finance. Good morning, Ahmed.
Good morning, Epic Radio, and good morning to our listeners.
Yes, IMF dishes out 20.8 million to Salon. IMF, of course, now one of the donor organizations. Then we done the supports developmental programs in a Salon from for a very long time now. Now, this particular one, is it a grant? Is it just a loan? You want to explain, give people them waiting this money they about?
You need to be dull. Please come back.
Okay, sorry. You dey get me now?
Yes.
Okay. Be they talk about the fact the IMF na one of the long-term partners them of Sierra Leone. They don't they support Sierra Leone development for a very long time now. Dishing out 20.8 million leones. You go on for tell people them waiting at this money. Is it a loan? Is it a grant? Now something where we get for payback.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
First of all, I want for let family understand the relationship and the work with IMF they do in the world. IMF and then they set the economic policy for the whole world. So during that process, they then get different ways and means and how they engage different countries. Them depend on the category where the country then fall and find themselves. So their country them at the world when a low income country them most likely find themselves where they can engage in different economic reforms them through different programs, and one part of them program the extended credit facility program wherein they can give some money on a zero interest basis on loan, where then they also during the period of the credit, then can they provide with the government, engage with the government, or engage on some reforms them, where for one, boost the country in revenue generation, rationalize the expenditure, the way how they spend, and also look at things they would for do for able to make the economy strong. We go resist then shocks them like the COVID and the war in Ukraine, other shocks them. So this program will be done start in 2018 where government will engage the board with. So periodically the board can do the review on the performance of the country economy. So then just done the 6th and the 7th reviews will be making them be dispersed that 20.08 million day. But what's important now the fact that the IMF board will approve this review and the money. Appreciate the fact that yes, things difficult, yes, challenges and all over the world, including Salon, but they also, realize and appreciate the efforts where government don't they make, where they mention at the press release for pushing their effects and for make sure say the economy go back to a trajectory when or the growth path.
Okay. And that's really good. On something else, actually, this money also we know the different government don't get different approach where they can use such money for do. It's either put them in terms of budgetary allocation or sometimes support small business owners them by way of helping them with some capital for let them business able for grow. Is it not something like Dandy government's plan for use this money? No,
this IMF money they go direct into the reserves.
Okay.
So National money they go direct in the Bank of Sierra Leone, they go direct into the reserves. Okay. And the way indifferent from budget support where they could get from the World Bank and the European Union and other organizations. But as I said, another important thing about the relationship with IMF now then they provide the macroeconomic fundamental information of any country. So for example, we engagement with the World Bank, rely on information on the economy from the IMF. The same with the EU, the same with the MCC and other development partners. So this also means, we relationship with the World Bank where we get, so as state now we press release say, we're in discussion with the World Bank for get $65 million budget support by the end of this year. We also they engage the EU where the discussion they go on for $100 million for 4 years. So and other partners including the MCC where we hope say by the end of this year we go on sign the compact where the board go to approve by September. So it's all different things and the way they come. Now make I say the money where the fund be important, but it did beyond the money. It also relates to the fact that government policy the way they implement, the IMF recognize them and they approve say indeed government they take steps them, they advise on waiting there for be the way forward, how government for able to come out of the difficulties with the economy they face right now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.
Inimna Ahmed Sise, now the head of media and public relations, now the Ministry of Finance. This morning, we talk to we about the press release we come out from Ministry of Finance, where they inform the public about the approval of $20.8 million we the IMF bid on give to Salon. So that's that. Away from this, you be they talk about the UN Security Council seat where Salon don't get. Just maybe you want to wrap up on that point.
Yes, so as a way of wrap up for this situation we don't get, like I say, I mean, it's a laudable venture to every Sierra Leonean because for law we be recognized among a lot of countries in Africa, for law be recognized and be voted for landslide winning, and this means it's boiled down as well to leadership because we get the leadership and we as Sierra Leoneans, we maintain ourselves, we behave ourselves, we comport ourselves, we make them look into other factors them. Laws them we the government don't make laws them they don't pass in parliament and how we able to uphold them laws then they these are all the metrics them we then use for see how best and capable for give evidence it like I tell you earlier on we not to the only country in Africa get Algeria as well we the part of the seat we win now the UN.
Okay, thank you very much, Anthony. Now we open the phone line for them family themselves with the out there, add them voice to the discussion this morning. This morning we don't discuss range of issues. We started off with unemployment in the country between the APC and the SLPP, which one gets a better manifesto for address the crisis of unemployment in other nations. 079-994-993 na the number where you go call for add your voice to the discussion. Hello, good morning. Your name and who you call from?
Dauda Razak.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I see one support the challenge where I talk about African Express in authenticity. African Express in Revelation. I made day like today, Dr. Tamara Kamara and 4 SFP diplomats they did a court about that chancery, we American chancery. African Express in Revelation make that they happen. So that was what they say. Adebaro, how you call an African Express, now lie African Express in the talk. So which means Dr. Tamara and therefore SFP diploma they will not court. Now like we talk about employment.
Apparently we get the line really bad from Padauda inside. Maybe if you can move away a bit from Musa Ude because they come in with lots of cracks. 079-994-993 na the number where you go call for add your voice to the program this morning. This morning on the show, we don't talk about unemployment. Good morning, your name and who you call from? Hello?
Good morning, guys. You got a call from
Okay, please go ahead. Oh, apparently we lost that caller day. 079-994-993. Good morning, your name and who you call from?
Good morning, Epic. Ali Dumbuya at the east part of Rita.
Yes, Ali, please go ahead.
I think la answer the honorable member of parliament on the SLPP that the 800 billion where the bank governor say is missing, he say he explain. But I want to tell us, the journalist ask him, let's bring that clip or that interview. They say, how this money lost now? He say, I don't know. So to me, law no they defend the wrong thing and the country they go so badly like how they go so. But however, even the security problem we get now the country because of economic problem, okay, then shy away from that. But for the fact that we even hear Dr. Kande Yum Kelasi, this na junta democracy we get so now we missed now this country under the President Bill. Even recently with the host honorable former minister of Anthony Gerald or Charles Magai, he say if the way SLPP government they pan treat the APC opposition so if in 9 and 3 so like Salon for don't set on fire. That don't say APC they really endure a lot. The only thing we they advise, law encourage democracy, law open up, law encourage opposition there. Because for the fact that anything you do today way, so again for anything you read today, again for swan. So to me, I think Lord talk about the issue, say this is not the worst economy Salon don't ever get. Even this award wouldn't tell we waiting it all reflects to the ordinary people. I want to say congratulations to the president for joining the former president for fight for this city and we don't get on TV. But MCC award now this that waiting actually it all reflects to the people. This is not the worst time this for Sierra Leone, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the discussion this morning. Hello, good morning. Your name and who side you call from?
Mina Bumper, I call from St. John.
Yes, Bumper. Please go ahead.
Yeah, well, you see, they talk about the youth aspect. Where they really talk about the youth aspect, they look at sustainable jobs then. But look what this government can create for we now push. And then they don't damage the middleman power. This government allow for like push. Can build us na this nation for damage we use them tomorrow. So when you look at it, they talk about the middleman power. There were no plan for develop the middleman power. Go to the areas, let's see how this thing and destroy people. Government they say nothing about that. Then they open drugs for like can damage we use them. Then even so this social again, we shouldn't now that danger drugs. They need a non-ban thing in there. But look we now yeah. You're one of democratic government. And they're not even afraid because whenever they talk about sustainable job, it's not about car wash. Not a car wash, not sustainable job. They take work the way we need for empower. Now Dr. Samura say, in they can empower. We need for create an able environment so that we use them will be gainfully employed. But we know they say toward this government is about talk and lie. Because we didn't they talk, they even know they do them.
Okay.
Look where this presenter they even talk about say the bank governor. But now we serve not to full man, we not to stranger. We know they manufacture dollar. Why this guy they go tell we say in they go auction dollar and now they save them go auction and so now they buy no more. Then we the other people and are not sabi nothing. These guys are wicked. Then they treat you with impunity. Then they like for like for say everything is roses. Why Canada go nothing not good for right home about. People in they suffer. People in they strain. It's not easy for we nation.
Okay, thank you very much. Bumper 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. Good morning, your name and who side you call from? Hello? Hello? Okay, 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the discussion this morning. Good morning, your name and who side you call from?
Hello?
Yes, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and who side you call from?
Well, let God sorry for winning this country. This dunya, not some people like you. Believe you, for me, I know say some man where they hate this government and go talk to him, Lord, come on at the eye. Because this government they win back my clean goal. I don't care what they talk. Let them talk, criticism, let be constructive. Not to for say criticize for give bad impact to the minds of the people. Some man not go talk say where peace within our power, they're not being get so deal them. Then some get problems, so where them they criticize them. So now so they do nowadays. Not all man go let you. So now in that.
Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. Good morning, your name and who side you call from?
Mr. Cole.
Yes, Mr.
Cole from. Yeah, concerning this $20.8 million we Sierra don't receive, we want to appreciate and say thanks. But I just think about $20.8 million for Sierra Leone as a country as a whole. It's not provoking to the highest degree. We get money, we talk say get up to $200 million. Mame gentle. We can get the money, then give the money back just to get the money to Sierra Leone. It's not provoking to Sierra Leone. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay. 079-994-993. Now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. Good morning, your name and who side you call from?
Good morning, sir. How did you, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead, sir.
How did you, sir?
Fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm concerned about this manifesto.
Yes, sir.
People in the same manifesto. Well, I know one way they say by the grace of the Almighty, I will do so and so. The ending of it, they begin blame something said, and this make they make this so happy. So the manifesto and the creator getter. No human being know they on how to get manifesto.
Okay.
Now, stop no more with the talk. But you must remember succeed at this one. That the creator for green.
Okay.
So the leaders say when they come for can say about the manifesto, then they clip out to the creator.
Okay.
If they do this, they cannot go succeed. But from the original 10 history, all the manifesto where them be, then they can't blame. Now this man, now this so happy. So they pray let the people and the DC, they put the creator first.
Okay.
I think someone again.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. 079 994 I believe say the people where they come for interview na Epic Radio don't hear that color the advice say una for connect una manifesto to the manifesto of God the Almighty. Yes, so that's it. Hello, good morning. In name and who you call from?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. You name and who you call from?
Johnny.
Yes, Johnny.
Central.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, but like people do not understand actually waiting the happen at this country. Either they make like they understand, but they don't understand. Definitely, some people call just for the sake of calling.
Okay.
You get to understand governance and how government they work, both nationally and internationally. When you can't see, it also much outside when are debt, internal, external. And some of them guys say when they come in companies, in terms of multilateral and whatnot. Some of them are backed up with their foreign government's money, whether they say IMF, na credit body, then they lend money out. And that one where that man talk about, now then they set policy. No, not only they set policy, then they advise on policy. They don't set the policy for a country. They can advise you. If you want to take, you want to left.
Okay.
Then they're left with the money. Then this non-permanent position where we take the United Nations, it was not unless and President Bio will work on now. That is fake. Lie. Then they try, but because of the so much debt will be debt, you see people in the state realize that it is. You cannot be in debt. Then compendium the day. They couldn't talk about, woman issue, for you improve our economy, human rights. Those are compendiums of effective recommendation for make them be able for grandchildren in a day.
Okay.
So jobs issue now production.
Okay.
There is no magic fix to it. If we are not productive, we cannot produce the jobs.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. 079 994 993 now the number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation this morning. This morning we don't talk about unemployment. Good morning, you name and who you call from?
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you very much. Just Namta, I call from Central.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to tell God thank you for the glory. We God on this alone. It's very unfortunate way people in the show clear. So then let them party pass government and the country. And for let you continue part of it. Now one part of it. But they will board APC, then let them APC party pass the country. But that one they don't make the president relent. They are called this away the president will get sort of for your family and for the country. So when they say that former president, now better with this new border, John, don't they make it clear to them? Now you get certain benchmarks that you get before you qualify for getting position here. Then I left with a huge external debt and internal debt where they left give me. The government can pay them late and day. They can they improve the human rights records. Then you improve Mama the government it's been a lot what lead to the thing this morning. But deliberately the guys away they wickedly they make like they don't understand. You go coach go somebody way they go call chat my guy. Somebody way get a shallow way of thinking for a country. Okay. They will say they will put this country to fire. You go call the country they post that example. You got 40 brother.
Okay.
But I tell you for free, this country, by God in power, yeah, it go most better. It go better under President being watched. That one.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's now all the call we're able to take for now as we run out of time already. And plenty thank you to the guests them we come in today, and thanks as well to Una, the listeners and the viewers them. I also want to say special thanks to Theresa, we producer this morning, Audra, producer, and of course the man behind the mixing chamber, DJ Wonder himself, and the engineer Sammy, and of course we head producer winner Mr. Anthony Vandy. So till we meet tomorrow at 7:30 for the Epic Morning Show. Me we don't bring the program to another this morning. Me name na James Fortune.